Hi you guys, welcome back to another episode of Bake Mindfully, and today I'm going to show you how to make a gluten-free vegan brownie. So you need just a couple of ingredients and you'll have a shining, beautiful brownie. So what makes a good brownie? It's that really nice, thin, delicate, peppery crust that you get on top, and that's what qualifies a good brownie for me. If it doesn't have that, then I would not eat that brownie. So let's get into it. Just gonna melt our chocolate till it becomes nice and liquid, and don't overheat it. I've done it in the microwave because it's simpler, and then I'm just gonna set it aside to let it cool down. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take a sugar and water, and we're just going to heat it till the sugar dissolves. Make sure that the water is not boiling. It should just be heated till the sugar dissolves. Make sure that you're standing by along with the sugar syrup, because if you leave it and the water starts to boil off, then you're going to lose some of the water, and we don't want that. The sugar has melted and I'm just going to let it rest till it becomes cold. So I'll just put it in the fridge quickly for like 5 minutes till it becomes all chilled. Make sure that you don't put warm syrup into your chocolate. It's going to mess up the crinkly top. So you want to make sure that it's chilled and even the chocolate is nice and cold before we mix everything together. So in the meantime, we'll take our cocoa powder, our chickpea flour and salt, and we'll just sieve it all together so that it becomes nice and lump free. So I have just oiled my baking pan lightly and cut strips of parchment paper so that it fits this square mold. So now that our syrup has really cooled, I mean it's actually cold to the touch, then I'm just going to pour this into the chocolate and oil mix. Make sure you get all the syrup into the chocolate and oil mixture. So it'll look really nice and glossy. And now into this, we're going to add our chickpea flour. So make sure you keep whisking as you add your chickpea flour. And don't worry about over mixing because it's gluten-free flour, so it's not going to become tough and gummy. Make sure that you incorporate all of the flour into the chocolate mix and whisk it really well. We're looking for something that is really glossy, it's thick and it's lump free. Now all that we're going to do is take our mix and pour it into the parchment lined square tin. So this recipe actually makes for 4 big pieces, but if you want to make really tiny squares, then you can cut it up into 9 pieces. Once it has been poured, I'm just going to flatten it out into the parchment lined I'm going to just flatten it out into the tray itself, into the pan itself. And that's it. So now I'm just going to put it to bake at 160 degrees Celsius in a convection oven, and it should stay in there for at least 25 minutes. And make sure it's in the middle rack as well, and I'll tell you how to know if your brownie is done. So now you can see that our brownie has been baked. You can see how shiny and nice and glossy it is, right? So how do we check if the brownie is done? So I'm just going to take a clean toothpick, and if you don't have a toothpick, then you can use a knife, which is fine. So you're just going to poke the brownie sideways, and we do this sideways so that we get the maximum amount of batter on our toothpick. So once we poke it, you will see a little bit of crumbs on it, which is okay because we want our brownie to be fudgy. What you're going to do is that you're just going to take it off and form a ball. Okay? So if it forms a ball like this, then that means your brownie is done. So it should form a ball like this. And if there's still a lot of wet, moist crumbs, and if you're pulling them off and they're just going to, kind of smudge against your finger, then I would suggest you to put your brownie to bake for another 2-3 minutes and keep checking it. Don't just leave it there for like 10 minutes. So this is like a perfectly formed brownie. But now it's the most difficult task, waiting for it to cool down. It looks so beautiful right now. I just want to grab a spoon, put some cream or just some ice cream on it and just eat it up. But you have to wait, and to make the cuts really properly, to make really clean cuts, you have to let the brownie rest for minimum 6 hours. And sometimes when I'm a little impatient, I just chuck it in the fridge after it has cooled down to room temperature, and then I just let it rest there for another 1 hour. So what we're going to do is we're just going to let it completely cool down. It's really hot right now, and then we're going to remove it from its tray and leave it to cool on a parchment and leave it to cool on a wire rack. So if you don't have a wire rack, you can just leave it to cool on your table or whatever, but make sure that you resist the temptation to eat it. Trust me, your brownie tastes really good hot, but it tastes even better when it has cooled down. After it rests, I'll show you how to cut it. So the brownie has been cooled down and it's pretty nice. So I'm just going to cut it into pieces. That's it. That's your brownie ready. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video, and if you did, please don't forget to like, subscribe and comment that you liked this video. And if you want to see any other recipe from me or any kind of baking suggestions or tips, then please comment in the comment box below. And if you want the recipe for this, then I have linked the blog post where you can find it. So until next time, like, comment, share and subscribe. And don't forget to visit the website for the recipes.